So the question we're talking about today is it easier for some people to develop habits than others? And I don't know if you're going to like this answer. This is not based on neuroscience. This is not based on extensive academic research. This is based on our observations. And the observation of working with dozens and dozens of teams, as well as looking into our database and seeing thousands of people and how they have scored, the answer is yes. Actually, some people do develop habits more quickly than other people. The thing that we went in thinking, though, was that was something like 50-50 or 60-40. I'm not sure which way it would skew. My guess would be that fewer people are good at developing habits than more. Here's what we found. 97-3 to 99-1. That's the kind of disparity in the percentage of people who actually really struggle at developing habits to the percentage of people who readily pick up new behaviors and are able to stick with them very, I shouldn't even say easily, but very consistently. The reality is even the 1%ers who gain an insight, the insight leads them to act, and then the act is somehow sustained into consistent behavior. Even with the 1%, I don't think it's fair to say it's easy. That's not fair. It may be actually very hard for them, but they do it anyway. So we could not explain exactly who those folks are. I've got a follow-on video where I'll share with you some of the research that we did there. But I do have at least a hunch. And it does lead to the fact that some of us are wired differently. And I think we know this, work styles differ. And I saw it as I actually went through a program with Giant Worldwide. If you're not familiar with Giant Worldwide, I encourage you to take a look at Giant TV or Giant Worldwide, search them online. Awesome group of people developing leaders to be more intentional and create what they call liberating leaders. Well, in the very first run of their program, which I had an opportunity to be in, a lot of the work we did was based on Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Not all their stuff is today. In fact, they've actually developed their own methodology that dramatically simplifies things over needing to understand those 4 different pairings. But here's what I did see is the last pairing in MBTI is talking about judging versus perceiving. If you've taken this instrument, you probably know if you're a J or a P, and it's okay. It doesn't matter. There's no guarantee that everybody who has a particular type is still going to be better at developing habits. But what we saw was there is research and findings that people who like to plan, they like to create systems, they like to follow rules, they like things done in a particular way, and even if you're familiar with something simpler like DISC, they tend to have some strong C component. Even if it's not their dominant, they've got a healthy amount of C or compliance. Those folks seem to adapt to systematic approaches to behavior more readily. Again, I won't say easier, but more readily and stick with things than those that were our perceivers. The perceivers have a tendency to want to experience the journey. Like, why in the world would you plan out what hotels you're going to stay at on a vacation? Isn't that part of the vacation is just the discovery of seeing, hey, where are we going to end up tonight? Where are we going to go tomorrow? And if you're one of those people, then if I said, hey, I want you to think about a behavior that if you did it consistently, same time, same way, and you actually put it on your calendar and it popped up, that would lead you to grow incredibly toward mastery in that particular area. And I just need you to log into a system and respond every single day. Those people would start to very quickly get uncomfortable. Hands might even sweat a little bit, and they're starting to twitch, thinking, ooh, I don't like this. That tells me, yes, there's some wiring. So anyway, if you are, it doesn't matter if you're in the 99 or the 1, if you're somebody who says, wow, I seem to really struggle with becoming consistent in the should do positive behaviors, I just got news for you. You're in good company. I'm afraid that's the reality for most people. All right, hope that's helpful. Keep climbing. Talk to you later.